5. In our news package tonight, Governor's wife seeks greater awareness for immunization against cervical cancer. AKBC Radio Chapel celebrates God's goodness at 35. Aqua United suffer another preventable defeat. Super Eagles in narrow victory over 10-man Mozambique. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us on AKBC 45 News at 8. I am Blessing Isonwu. Women in Nature Conservation Organization WINCO Weekend held its maiden exhibition of jackfruit value chain products in Uyo. Briefing journalists on the exhibition tagged the Jackfruit Fair, the Chief Executive Officer of WINCO, Ememu Mo, said the jackfruit value chain has come to stay in the state. Yakenopo reports.
According to Ememu Mo, jackfruit is widely cultivated in tropical regions. The fruit is highly productive. It generates revenue to any economy and requires minimal care.
Today, Women in Nature Conservation Organization deemed it timely and necessary to organize the first ever exhibition of jackfruit value chain products to showcase to Akwa Ibomites, to Nigerians and Africans its untapped potentials. This is happening exactly 9 months after the maiden summit we facilitated in January this year. Jackfruit has a characteristic flavor and is highly versatile.
Umo appealed to the Akwa Ibom State government to partner with the organization by adopting the planting of jackfruit, ensuring that with that, the economy of the state will improve.
As I conclude this press conference, I present to Akwa Ibom State people, I present to Nigerians and to Africans the newest brand of healthy and nutritious jackfruit products, and of course the seedlings for health, for wealth, and for sustainability, especially in these days of climate and biodiversity crisis.
Stakeholders and participants bared their minds on the jackfruit value chain venture.
And I think that the greatest employer of labor would be agriculture if you know how to, add value, to the things that we produce.
And one of the cardinal pillars of climate resilience is adaptive capacity, coping capacity. So this initiative is one of that.
Whatever brings unity, whatever brings love, and also whatever brings peace is always in support of. This is really a good thing you have started.
Transfer this technology to the grassroots. Dr. Leon in 1980 says, let the effective one provide effective assistance to the weaker ones.
Eyadenopo, Kebisinias.
The state government has again reassured members of the public of its determination to reject Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation, AKBC, to serve the people efficiently as the mouthpiece of government and watchdog of the society. Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Comrade Ine Momobong, gave the assurance at a Thanksgiving service to mark the 35th anniversary of the AKBC Radio Chapel of the NUJ held at the Apostolic Church Nigeria, Aron Road, Uyo, represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Akbarawa James, said that the Commissioner maintained that plans were underway to reposition the station to regain its pride of place as the people's radio. Recalling the glory days of the station, Comrade Memobong stated in strong terms that individuals, groups, religious, political, social, non-governmental and traditional organizations have benefited from the services of the station in various ways. The Commissioner charged staff of AKBC to brace up for the task ahead with a renewed zeal and commitment to effective service delivery anchored on people-oriented programs as well as projects the rich cultural heritage of the state.
Political, social, or economic that has not benefited from AKBC in the last 5 years. Is it about the news? Is it about appearing on our programs? So we return all the praise to God for the opportunity God has given to AKBC. I don't know that Pastor Bueno, I think the member of the Apostolic family, an honest man, is sincere, the member of the AKBC family. I want to let us know that whatever the people are experiencing in the AKBC at the moment, from Romano, as the chief executive officer of this state, is very committed and passionate. I think the ministry has had a those of that approach. Before a very long time, the government of Romano will do all we can to bring about turnaround in the AKBC. Already, plans are reached very happy.
The Acting Director General of AKBC, Mrs. Magdalene Udoka, expressed optimism that better days are ahead for the station in view of state government's lofty plans to reposition AKBC. She thanked Governor Moeno and stakeholders for having the interest of the station at heart and said it was an indication of the governor's desire for a better Akwa Ibom and pledged the station's readiness to reciprocate government's gesture through productive service delivery to the people. The chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of NUJ, Comrade Amos Etuk, paid glowing tribute to AKBC for its contribution to society development through its news reportage and other services and the growth of the union. The Radio Chapel chairman, Comrade Mfonwe, pledged to continue promoting responsible reportage by members.
We decided that this year, as we come to say, God, thank you for the years of life, we have also come to say, God, thank you for the years ahead. Because without Him, we can do nothing. And I believe that for this purpose, whatever we have been in challenge, as a union, as an individual, as a corporate organization, that God will take the lead and we are thankful for this purpose.
Up ahead, Akwa United suffer further setback in a away encounter. Super Eagles stutter to victory against Mozambique. This and other stories after the break.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so and Monte never even reach chef. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja from my hand. Shut up, sir.
Proper funding, training,
and cooperation.
If it happen.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's all him and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we day. It's all him and you know. No matter where we day, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
So glad to have you back. The federal government has assured Nigerians that it will not trample on people's rights and press freedom in its fight against fake news and disinformation in the country. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, stated this in an interview with newsmen in Abuja. He called on Nigerians to always promote the truth, as falsehood can lead to anarchy and destruction of lives and properties. The minister said that Nigeria will key into the strategies and best practices adopted by the international community in curtailing the activities of fake news vendors. The chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has said that the polling unit results of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State governorship elections will be uploaded on its results viewing portal, IREF. Professor Yakubu stated this while addressing journalists in Ajaokuta local government area of Kogi State, where he was monitoring mock accreditation exercises ahead of the November 11 governorship elections in the three states. The INEC chairman said the uploading of results is a matter of legal provision, but did not state how prompt the polling unit results would be uploaded onto the IREF. On the issue of security concerns ahead of the elections, Professor Yakubu said the commission is already working with security agencies, further explaining that INEC was taking proactive measures to give voters a pleasant voting experience on election day. President Bola Tinubu today swore in 3 additional ministers into his 48-member Executive Council. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the Council Chamber Presidential Villa, Abuja, before the commencement of the Federal Executive Council meeting. The new ministers are Jamila Ibrahim, Minister of Youth, Ayodele Olawande, Minister of State for Youth, and Balarabe Olawande, Minister of Environment. Also present at Federal Executive meeting were the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, the President's Chief of Staff, Femi Bajamiabila, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Eson. Akwa United failed to host Enyimba Football Club of Aba in match day 3 of the Nigeria Premier League. Enyimba opened scores in the 12th minute through Innocent Gabriel's grounder and increased the tally to 2 through Chijoke Mbauma in the 15th minute. Aqua United pulled one back through Kufre Ebong, who leaked in the goal-mouth scramble with David Phillip, equaling through a well-taken left-footed free kick. But through a controversial free kick, grabbed all 3 points to win the match 3-2. At the Samson Siasia Stadium, Yenagoa, Remo Stars registered their first away win of the season, edging out host Bayelsa United 2-1. Adams Olamilekon gave the Sky Blues the lead on 4 minutes after he was set up by Samuel Alakwe. Substitute Sikiru Alimi doubled Remo Stars' lead in the 88 minutes. Other results were Abia Warriors 1, Kano Pillars 0, Rivers United 0, Kwara United 0, Rangers International 2, Niger Tornadoes 1, Sporting Lagos 0, Doma United 0, and Shooting Stars 2, Gombe United 1. Wives of local government chairman of Nigeria, Walgon Akwa Ibom State Chapter, have been charged to be actively involved in ensuring that teenage girls in their localities between the ages of 9 to 14 are available for the administration of the human papilloma virus vaccine, a vaccination that will prevent cervical cancer in their later stage in life. The wife of the state governor, Pastor Patience, gave the charge when members of Walgon paid a courtesy visit to her in Government House, Uyo. Margaret Bassi was there and now reports.
Mothers, your local government in the Toiban is a organization. Government there approved, they will care for them. Young local government, people, and mother, even the top, I don't know, about fun.
Pastor Eno implored the wives of chairmen as frontliners in their communities to have a regular interface with women at the grassroots and dialogue on how to promote family standards and ensure a safe and secure society. The governor's wife said a pet project, which will be unveiled soon, focuses on the well-being of families and has already commenced its activities, such as reaching out to the less privileged members of society and providing succor to them. While soliciting support for the success of her vision for families, the governor's wife noted that her pet project is in line with the Arise agenda of Governor Moino and called on wives of local government chairmen to be actively involved in interpreting her vision for the state.
We've been working underneath, and the reason has been we've been waiting for our mother, the wife of the president, to launch her own out before we can, queue behind that. The key focus of my key project is on family. And so I will have you or need you to support me. Let us project family. Let us support family. I welcome ideas on family, what to do to help an average Akwa Ibom family.
Speaking earlier, the chairperson, Wives of Local Government Chairman of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, Mrs. Maria Therese Robson, said the purpose of their visit was to inform her that their husband's tenure as local government council chairman will end in November this year. She appealed to the First Lady to carry them along in a project for the state and assured that they are willing and ready to partner her, even after their husbands have vacated office. Mrs. Robson also assured her of members' capacity for grassroots mobilization for the success of the Arise agenda of the Governor Moino's administration.
We wanted to meet you one-on-one because we all know that the tenure of our husbands is winding up by the end of next month. That is why we decided to meet you. But Mommy, we want to stand here to tell you that we are grassrooters and we are deeply rooted. We want to continue working with you. Whether we are wives of chairmen or not, we are Akwa Ibom women. So we appeal that you should please carry us along.
Also speaking, the Wild God Secretary, Mrs. Itoro Cletus, thanked Pastor Moino for his leadership acumen and prayed God to fortify him with the grace, wisdom, and ability to govern Akwa Ibom State efficiently. Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
Nigeria defeated Mozambique 3-2 today at the Albufeira Municipal Stadium in an international friendly organized to fine-tune the Super Eagles ahead of the African Nations Cup. Nigeria went down 1-0 in the 6th minute through Mozambique's G. Katamo, whose lame interception beat Uzoho in posts for Nigeria. It was to be payback time for Nigeria as their constant barrage saw T. Murphy slotting in a 19-minute equalizer. Onyeka and Moses Simon later increased the tally with their 30th and 48th minute goals. Man Mozambique, having lost Edmilson to a red card in the 38th minute, however, pulled one back through Bengal to bring scores to 3-2. Meanwhile, in the ongoing Governor's Cup in the state, Ibisikwa Sultan played out a 2-2 draw with Instadubium today at the Uyo Center. At the Kodekbene Center, Okanafun fell 0-4 to the Kodekbene team. Earlier at Ikodekbene Center, Abak defeated Etemekbo 2-0, while Oran pipped Nsratai 1-0 at Duyo Stadium. Matches at the Kate Stadium have been postponed and may not be unconnected with recent violence, which saw some referees being beaten by irate fans. That's our package for tonight. But before we go, we take another look at the top stories. Governor's wife, Patience, has charged local government chairman's wives to mobilize women to bring out 9 to 14-year-old girls for immunization against cervical cancer. Government echoes support for AKBC as NUJ AKBC Radio marks 35 years of existence. Akwa United seen to be in poor luck as they narrowly fell 2-3 to host Enyimba in Aba. Nigeria's preparation for AFCON got to a bright start with a 3-2 victory over Mozambique in a friendly, the fourth of a hard-fighting 10-man Mozambique team. That was the news. Thank you so much for being a part of it, and do have a good night rest and blessing is on you.